Welcome. This isn't your average movie podcast. We go where no man has gone before.
You know what I'm craving? A little perspective.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Well, say something, goddammit! You're on television! You're live to the whole world!
Join us as we review movies new and old. You're tuned into Lupo's Cinema Symposium.
Welcome, everybody. Class is in session. You're tuned in to Lupo's Cinema Symposium, the greatest movie podcast in the history of anything ever. I am your host, Uptown Lupo 420, otherwise known as Jim. I'm joined, as always, by my two bestest co-hosts in the whole wide internet, Christian and Robbie. Guys, how's it going?
It is good.
I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burned down to the ground. It's going good, man.
Good. What movie is that from?
The Untouchables.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
I was just
I have
thinking
to
that.
rewatch that. Isn't it
I don't
like
know.
3 hours long?
It's long, yeah. I don't know what
Yeah.
possessed me to this. I don't know.
Brian De Palma's the man.
He is, man. I could talk about Brian De Palma all day. I'm surprised we haven't done one of his movies yet.
Yeah,
Is it in the Is it in the pool?
I'm sure.
We'll have to reference it later.
Well, that is then. This is now, and this episode that you guys clicked on is the movie American Animals, a 2018 docudrama heist film written and directed by Bart Layton, starring Evan Peters, Barry
Keegan.
There you go. Couldn't botch that one. Blake Jenner, Jared Abrahamson, and Ann Dowd. It is an account of the Transylvania University book heist in Lexington, Kentucky in 2004.
Lesbian Kentucky.
Lesbian Kentucky.
No,
The
they're
film,
making a new stage.
yes, the film cuts between interview segments of the real life people involved and the actors playing out the same events. It's the first technically, documentary. It's the first documentary of the pod. Look at us expanding our very broad horizons.
It's not really a
We'll
documentary.
get to that. I want to talk about that, so we'll get to that.
Docudrama, I guess. It says it's a true story in the beginning. Not based on. It is a true story.
I guess.
So what do you guys think of the movie? Just start us off.
Well, I'll let Christian go first, but I just want to say, before I saw this, I know the three movies I know him of are this movie. I remember The Imposter when that came out. That was the movie before. That was a big deal at the time, and I remember I saw that, and I think I liked it. But I think if I remember right, that was kind of a similar thing where it blurs lines and stuff. And then as of recording, his new movie just came out, Crime 101, which I really wanted to see. But I unfortunately didn't have time to see that before we did this. But that looks really good also.
He did like a Netflix thing too, right? Or am I tripping?
He could have. I don't see it on here, but I'll let you go first, Christian, because I think this is your movie, I think. So
Yeah, I did add this, and I think I was talking to Jimmy about this before we started recording. I don't know if I've told this story before, but when I lived in Monterey, California, there weren't a whole lot of options if you didn't have a driver's license to see movies where I was living. There was one place within walking distance, and it was like right on the ocean in the middle of town. And it was like an indie cinema kind of like hipster movie theater. And the cool thing was they didn't really play like big commercial movies, right? It was kind of like an art house place. I saw a lot of movies there that I otherwise like wouldn't have seen. I would go like every Saturday morning, and I remember at the time, this was like 2018. I thought it was such a novelty that they served beer at the movie theater. and thinking, oh, this will never catch on. And now, like every movie theater you go to has beer. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was very much like a hipstery art house place. I saw Death of Stalin there. I saw Mandy. I saw like a plethora of like weird foreign films that will never remember. I saw a lot of movies there. Regardless, this was one of them. And without getting in, like, I know we'll talk about our opinions and stuff. This one always struck me as unique. I'll say that much, notable. So, and that's why I added it to the pod.
Yeah. Can I ask you something? Had you ever seen The Imposter before?
I hadn't. I had seen The Imposter
Okay.
afterwards.
Okay.
But when I saw American Animals, no.
And I kind of forget what The Imposter's about, but if I remember right, that was like a similar idea to this, right?
I believe
Like,
so.
yeah, it was like like
It's about a
blurring the
kidnapping or something.
yeah, it was like blurring the lines or playing with like the documentaries as like a genre. But like I think because I knew of him from that or knew him from that, I don't know if this movie was like as like didn't feel as fresh to me necessarily, and I almost felt like the device of like, it's telling a true story, but like it's acknowledging almost like the film as like this other thing, like it's like a representation of the story. It's like it kind of like I think it lost for me. A lot of it got lost in that. It felt like almost contrived or something.
Interesting.
But I still liked it. I just think it was. I almost think it would be a better movie if it was just like regular. You know what I mean? Like just tell the story. You know what I mean?
I do. Here's my thing, and that's not to disagree, but like how I look at it is, go watch pick any true crime show on, I mean, what used to be cable, right? And it'll have dramatizations in it, but the main focus is the firsthand accounts. And this is kind of the flip side of that, where there are firsthand accounts in here, but the main focus is the dramatization, the narrative, right, based on true events. I just thought that was interesting the first time I saw it, and again rewatching it, I was like, okay, this is interesting. There aren't too many movies like that. Yes, The Imposter, but I think this one does it a little better. Honestly, I think this is like his more fully fleshed out like idea. Um, that being said, I also like some of the characterization in this a lot. They're not like the most interesting characters in the world, but like when you look at specifically Evan Peters and Barry Keegan's characters, I find their motivations and their whole kind of arc interesting. It's something that you don't really see in heist movies, which I feel like a lot of heist movies. You can cut me off whenever, but I feel like a lot of heist movies hint at a similar idea in characters, but don't ever truly get there.
Mm-hmm. So the thing with the characters for me was like you're seeing both sides. You're seeing the character played by actors, and then you're seeing the real person. And pretty consistently, I felt more connected to the person, like the real guy, in with both those main characters, than the actor in the movie.
Yeah, I
And
mean the
like,
real life Warren. I mean that he's an interesting dude.
Mm-hmm.
and it's almost to the point where it's like, why are we even making a movie and not just like I don't know. I guess you can't really do a documentary, but like
I enjoyed this.
why are you
I
not
enjoyed that
utilizing
aspect of
them
it.
more? I want to say I also like it. I'm not saying I don't like it. I guess I'm just like I'm I'm being hypercritical, but like it was an enjoyable
That's okay.
movie.
I'm
But
hypercritical of stuff all the time. I get it, but
but
it's interesting because when you enjoy it, you kind of that kind of fades away, and
yeah.
I just enjoy this.
But I also like my main thing with this movie was Peters was good. He was good. Keegan, I thought was like a nothing burger. Like I was like, why was he cast as this guy? I didn't really feel like it fit at all. Um, and he almost like his performance is like so like like understated that like he just like slips into the background
When
like
did he stop
completely.
filming Peaky Blinders? When was that over?
I want to say was it before COVID? I think it was 2019, right?
Yeah.
Oh no,
So this was like
wait, no, it was after because it was right after I think because the lady died. I think when they were on a break, so I think
yeah,
it was right after.
and I think this was he filmed during the break.
Yeah,
Like
maybe. Yeah,
this is
yes,
2018, 2017. It had been 2018, I guess,
2018. Yeah,
because where I was living at the time. But so I feel like maybe this was just like an exploration of okay, what are my options? What can I do? And he must have connected with something in this. So it's not like you're getting Barry Keoghan for the sake of Barry Keoghan. You're just getting Barry Keoghan for the sake of he wanted to find work, maybe. Because
I
I
see.
agree, there's
Yeah,
not like a standout character in this, and I wonder if it was like an intentional choice by him to be like, I don't want to do um a cool edgy because he does do a lot of edgy roles, with some grit to him. Um, and this character is kind of not that. So I wonder if that was like an intentional move by him because he really doesn't do anything flashy in this.
yeah.
I don't think he does a
And
bad job though.
I don't know about bad, but I just think he's very like hit or miss for me. Like there's movies I really love him in, and then movies I just think he's like. But I guess that's. I mean, when you're trying stuff, I guess you're gonna miss sometimes.
This has
But
more rewatchability for me than Saltburn.
oh my gosh, yes, yeah, I'd watch this a million times over that movie. Um, but Jim, like, what did you think about like the structure of the movie? How it's like a, I mean, it's basically so like we're talking about. It's not really a documentary. It's a movie based on true events, and like there's documentary aspects, but it's like it is a movie. It's a movie first.
I would agree.
So what did you think about that, Jim?
Yeah, there was a lot that I enjoyed about this movie. I I don't know, like I actually kind of throughout the movie, just the what do you call it, where it's like the way that they shoot it and the transitions in between scenes was really good, especially at the beginning.
Say
Um,
cinematography, I guess.
yeah, the cinematography, like there were like good shots throughout the movie that I was like, oh, okay, I really like the way that they edited this. Um, I like just some of the ways that they did some of the scenes, like when he's trying to look up how to do crime through Google. That was a cool little like thing. In terms of the performance and presentation, yeah, I agree that I enjoyed Evan Peters' character. I will say though, not that I'm disagreeing, but Barry Keoghan, I just think that that's just kind of the material of the movie. Like he's an artist who's going through a like a crisis of self kind of thing, and just the way that the movie plays out, it seems like yeah, he kind of got his crazy friend to kind of take it and run with the idea, and about halfway through, he was like, I kind of don't want to do this. So most of the film is him kind of just like sitting next to Evan Peters, kind of looking off into space, or like just kind of not being super like compelling in that role. I mean, like I don't know how if you put another actor in there, there's not really that many scenes where he can like express a good performance. Like
That's
the
not what I'm looking for though. Let me just jump in. So like what I'm saying about Keegan for me, and
Mhm.
like maybe it's just me. That's fine. But like for me, like the Peters, I felt like captured a little bit more of like the energy of like the guy he was playing because you're
Mhm.
seeing these guys like a lot. So you're
Yeah.
getting an idea. So it's even more critical that they kind of capture some of that. And I felt like Keegan had like the actual guy had so much more personality than Keegan did, and like you could feel that guy's um like a lot of regret and like conflict with the guy. And Keegan, it's more like it felt like a little bit more one note, which it does the job, but I was kind of like because I was
I think-
intrigued by that guy, like that real guy. I was kind of hoping for more out of his arc, I guess.
Yeah, there could have been
Um,
better actors, I guess, to have like captured
yeah,
that guy's Spencer's like whole thing. I can agree with that. I'm I have it on in the background now, like with subtitles on, and I kind of get what you're saying a little bit
Mhm.
more.
One of the big things that I did really enjoy though was I do like the way that it was more like a theatrical performance with bits of a documentary, like original people. One, it just makes it almost like if they had just removed all aspects of that and just played it like a movie, it would have been like a good movie. But I just the way that you kind of feel more connected to the real people just because you're getting their commentary on the whole thing and you can you can really see how it's kind of translated. I did enjoy the shots too of when they included the real people like looking on like the I forget the dude's name that plays Evans Peters, like the real person. Uh or not him, I'm sorry, Barry Keegan's character. I forget that guy's name, but he's in
Spencer, I
like
think.
the shot of the movie where they're driving down the street and he bends over and like picks up the newspaper and he's like watching himself, or like when they're in the gas station, him and his friend, and they're like, "Yeah, you think this is how it actually went?" Uh, that and the other part too is that because the whole movie kind of like it's real life, like these things really happen, but there's just a way that the way that everything like portrays itself to be like so real too, with just the way that like yeah, people don't really remember. Like, oh, I kind of don't really remember exactly what that guy looked like who was their contact for the dude in Sweden. Like, was he an
I
old
like
guy
that
or
part
was he a
too.
good, yeah, like a dude with a ponytail? Or even at the end, too, where they kind of leave some ambiguity up where it was like, was this whole, did he even go and find a buyer in Norway? That they kind of present that at like the very end to kind
I
of
don't think
really
it was
make you think.
ambiguous at all. I think ambiguous at all. I think like it's very clear that he didn't do that.
No, I think I'm with Jimmy. I think it is ambiguous. Like I think you can definitely it gives an impression like yeah, he probably lied about it, but it's definitely not clear. Like they want you to kind of be unsure. Which the
Unless that
imposters
scene,
kind of like that too. They do a similar
yeah,
thing where they're like, "Oh, this is ambiguous," but
I
like
thought
we
that scene at the end
definitely
was depicting the truth. Maybe I'm wrong. Where he turns around and hails the cab after he gets dropped off at the airport.
no. Well, you could be right, but I'm saying I saw it the same way Jimmy saw it, where
Okay,
it's showing you a version of the event. So like I will agree was the strongest portion of the movie as like when they would play with memory and like this is how he remembers it, this is how I remember it. We'll go with his memory, I guess. Like that's
yeah,
that
he had a
kind of
purple
thing.
scarf. Yeah,
And I liked all that. I almost would have liked to see more of that. They really only do it in the beginning and at the end, from what I remember. But
yeah, they don't do it much. They kind of
yeah,
pull back and focus more on the actual story at play.
yeah. But I think I saw it the same way as Jimmy, where it was ambiguous.
Yeah.
Okay,
That and I do enjoy that they basically grabbed every single person. Like there are a couple random. I think there are a couple random people, right? Like they obviously can't grab the dudes from Amsterdam. Um, I think one. Did they get all of the teachers, or like one of them was kind of like an actor, right? I don't really remember for sure, but they grabbed
Um,
they
basically
get that one
every.
professor.
Yeah, they basically grabbed everybody that was around it, and at the very end they show the librarian that they basically had to like injure, not injure, but like
Miss Gooch. Yeah.
yeah, Miss Cooch. um that was cool to see at the very end as well. um
Speaking of the librarian, I thought that's the
I would.
actual heist itself was really tense and well done for
Yeah.
like a very small scale crime. Well, small
especially
scale, I mean millions of dollars, but you know what I mean.
yeah, especially because they like there's just like we saw Heat, and I haven't watched that many other heist movies independently. Like I've seen, The Rip, which technically isn't like a heist movie. It kind of is, but it isn't. It's like a crime
You like
movie.
Den of Thieves? That's a
Den
heist
of
movie.
Thieves is good.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is basically like they are able to like you can see that it's a very meticulous plan and it's like executed. And then the problem is that they're trying to get away, or like they get away from the initial location, and then the cops find them later and all that stuff. This is just four college kids committing a crime and going exactly how you thought. It's very jumbled. It's very messy. It makes it.
Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah.
think this story, or like because it's a real thing, it makes it a lot more entertaining, compelling, whatever words you want to use, just because it is like exactly things mess up during the heist that they did not account for, and it basically all just falls apart. Like
Yeah.
they when they were gonna do it, there was a meeting in the room, so they had to go the next day. They almost back out, and then
I like that they make Chaz Mr. Pink.
yeah, I made him Mr. Pink because I wanted to fuck with him. I knew
Do
he
you know what
wouldn't
that's
like
a
that.
reference to, Jimmy?
No, it's some movie they say in the film, right? It's based off
No,
of
they
something.
don't. Yeah,
they do.
say,
I think don't they mention it?
they don't say Reservoir Dogs though. I think they
Yeah, they
just
say
say
in the
like
movie.
they're like, well,
Oh,
isn't the point in the film like to have the code names for anonymity?
oh yeah.
That's another
It's
one
based
too. I
off
have to see that.
Tarantino's like first movie, Jim,
Mm. So
which is
so
another
in that
like
movie,
interesting
what
take.
is Mr. Pink?
Steve
He's Steve
Buscemi.
Buscemi.
Like
And there's a whole
what does he
thing.
do?
The whole thing about Mr. Pink is like there's a whole scene where he's like bitching about I don't want to be Mr. Pink. Like I want to be Mr. Why can't I be Mr. Brown or whatever?
You're not Mr. Purple. Another guy on another job is Mr. Purple.
That's funny.
So I've been to that. I've been to that diner where they filmed the beginning scene to Reservoir Dogs.
Really?
Yeah, I might have the picture somewhere. It was a long time ago. I'll have to pull them up.
That's cool.
So my thing also just to again, I like the movie. I'm just being you guys are very rosy on, so I'm kind of balancing. I guess I'm balancing you guys out a little bit. I did enjoy the movie. I just want to be clear.
Yeah,
But
this is fun because I normally play this part.
But the thing holding me back is one of the things about it, like Jimmy's saying, it's kind of almost silly. They're these college kids and they're so bad at this. And it kind of is funny. I mean, purposefully. Yeah, it is. Especially when things go wrong. But because
I think it's funny the first time things go wrong. When things go wrong, I'm sorry, I'll let you finish your point, but I just want to. I think the second time during the actual heist, when things start to go wrong, it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yes, but I think it still is a little funny. Like especially when they drop the big book and everything, and it's like that was like hilarious to me. But like because they're so they make the choice to include the real people and tell the story and be like, this really happened and this kind of sucked for people. It was traumatic. And like, even though nobody really was hurt long term or any, well, the robbers were really hurt, So, but it's because of that, it's taken so seriously and it's so angsty and like, it's at a certain point, I'm like, I know it's kind of maybe fucked up, but I'm like, you're just kind of stealing some books, man.
Yeah,
do we really have to be so angsty about this fucking shit? But also at the same time, like, because it's the real people, I understand that part of it. It's just, that's almost also why I wish there was a little bit of separation. So it could be like more of a, just a bird's eye view of the situation rather than
traditional
all
heist
the time.
movie.
Yeah, all the time in the moment, because it is kind of like a funny situation. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I have 2 points to that, I guess. One is kind of a weaker point, but I do want to bring it up. The real world part of it. I kind of like that it's like that. We've seen heist movies that like I didn't want Point Break I didn't want the town or insert heist movie here. Like I that's not what makes this stand out to me. It's what stands out about this to me. It was a real thing that actually happened, and this is what happens in the real world. It's not. I like the point where it's like, okay, heist movies, or well, rather, heists don't work like they do in the movies most of the time.
Yeah,
I,
you
I
might
kind
be
of like
right.
that. I,
You might be
and
right, actually.
and then I have a little bit of a deeper point, which this one could be argued, I guess, but like I mean everything can be argued, but the ending, um, where you see where they all end up.
Hmm.
One is a writer, one studying film. Um, I think one is a yeah, the main guy Spencer Barry Keegan's character, the guy in real life is an artist,
Mhm.
Hmm.
right? And then
Yeah.
Warren ended up in college again. So Warren mentioned something like really early in the movie about the illusion of choice. Um, and that to me kind of coupled with where they end up in life um, kind of made me start thinking about it a little deeper, where it's like these are very like artistic creative people, and when we meet them in the beginning of the narrative are like really stuffed into like uncreative, like not artistic pipelines and institutions,
Hmm.
and they feel like they're slipping. And you can make the case that this is where Evan Peters' character started, is like he feels like he's slipping into quiet mediocrity, and that's why he is the way he is, right? That's why he's a little weird and a kind of like a petty criminal, is because he doesn't want to have that cookie cutter like mediocre life. And the heist against the Transylvania University or whatever is not only like an assertion of their unwillingness to be mediocre, but it also acts as them for a way to rebel against the systems they feel confined within. And I was like, wow, I don't think I've ever had like that deep of a motivation in a heist movie before. And that's really what stood out to me in this.
I can see that. I mean, yeah, I
That's
think
like
you
a
make a
really
good.
overstated, over-argued point, but
I see where you're
yeah.
coming from, though. I mean, I could see. So it didn't resonate with me in that way, but like I can acknowledge like that. I can see. I definitely see where you're coming from.
They have stronger motivations than anyone in the Italian Job. Like
Yeah, yeah. It's not. It does make it unique, like the device of the movie, like the way they chose to tell the story. But there's also something to be said about like it being told from like the perpetrator's point of view, and like maybe it being a little bit like, I don't know if romanticized is the right word, but like dramatized. I don't know.
I think you could say both. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think there's something to be said for that, and but again, I do think like then you're talking about like what's the intent, and like as an audience member you don't really know. So at the end of the day, I think the movie is entertaining and it's unique. So like it checks two boxes. So like for me, it was like, you know, it was a good movie. I mean, I enjoyed it. So
Yeah.
it did enough for me.
I like that
But Jim,
he
you didn't.
specialized as a bird artist.
Jim, you
He
didn't
did
actually
at the end.
talk
Yeah.
about like the idea of like it being part documentary, part like movie. Like that's what I want to know. Like, was that weird for you at all, or was it fine? Like, did
No,
you
I
just
thought it
kind of get
was. I thought it was like fun and entertaining because most of the time, like I've seen, I've not like yeah, I've kind of seen a lot of like the true crime documentary stuff on like TV,
it? Yeah,
and this is definitely a a more entertaining watch. Um, I I do like just the whole. My favorite part about it is that not only is it more entertaining, but when it does drop back into showing their real life, the real life people's thoughts, feelings on what's actually like going on. Um, I just found it. It's almost like they're watching the movie with us, and they're like,
yeah,
"Yeah, man." It's like, yeah, I. Sometimes you just got. I just I bought the taser last second. I kind of forgot, or
Yeah.
the random stuff that they say. It almost it, maybe it's because I just grow up. I grew up watching too many streamers, but like people's commentary to a piece of media, I've always consumed a lot of that type of stuff. It's I know it's that like a fucking YouTuber's reaction versus the way that this is presented is obviously a lot different. But
I get what you're saying though. It's a similar idea.
yeah,
Like they're
Yeah.
reacting to their story.
yeah, like one of the any of those type of videos, they're always the best when it's an expert in whatever field the video is commenting on or people's personal experiences that help you relate more. And what's more than the people that actually did it. But I like that. And that was the first time that I've kind of really experienced that. To that extent at least. So I really enjoyed it, and when I was watching it, um, kind of like the same thing. Like I keep referencing Good Times just because that's like maybe the first time I really paid attention to a movie that made me go like maybe had those feelings of like anxiousness. So like I was feeling it when the first time, I didn't really feel it when they uh went in, and then after it got botched, they pull back, and they really do kind of have like this deep moment of like, are we or are we not going to do this? We need to really make up our mind now. And when they finally decide to do it again the second time, the second it goes wrong. But side note, do you think that the librarian actually pissed herself, or do you think they just added that in?
Um, I could see it being something they just added in to try and make it feel
I think I
more
would have.
visceral and real.
Somebody,
Well, yeah,
somebody
like,
beats me and tases me and ties me up. I think I'd piss myself.
Yeah, I
I
think that's
believe
when I think it's a choice for Evan Peters. I think is the one that looks at him, looks at her peeing herself, starts to realize, oh, this isn't like this weird romanticized thing that I thought
Yeah.
it was.
And then he's gotta grab the keys from her because she has the keys. That was the other thing too. I do enjoy. Maybe this is more of like the commentary about the real life things, but that's like even before they went in, I kept thinking to myself like, this is just four fucking college kids planning a heist, and in the thing they show like they're watching old like black and white film to learn about crime or to learn about stealing. Um, it's just yeah, man. I don't know. I I don't know. I just I enjoyed it. In short, I like this. I wish more movies did this. And if you guys know more, please let me know because that might be my new binge genre for my off pod
Oh, I've
you're
got
talking like
watching.
documentary like style movies.
Hmm. So
more
like,
heist movies.
if you had to compare this to like what's something that you could compare this type of style of documentary or docudrama
Well,
or
his other
whatever they call
movie,
it?
The Imposter, I would say
Okay.
is very. It's not
Okay.
exactly the same. It's a little bit more documentary style,
Mhm.
but if I remember right, it's been a long time since I've seen it. So, but I just remember it feeling very similar in that it was an adjustment for me. It's not very standard at all. Um, that's the main one that comes to mind. Otherwise, like, I feel like weirdly enough, like Interstellar does that, even though it's all fake. It's a fake documentary. They do kind of do, you know,
Yeah.
the old lady talking and about the dust and everything. It's like, yeah. So,
So what are some notable heist movies for everybody?
oh, Logan Lucky. I mean, we
Oh
watched
yeah.
Heat. I would say, I got to think about it. I mean,
Inception for you, right?
yeah, Inception. I mean, yeah, that's a big one. Um,
What's the one with Nicolas
yeah,
Cage where he has to steal 100 cars?
I was thinking of National Treasure because that is a heist movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that too. That too.
The Cars. I don't know what one is
I
that.
think that's
Matchstick
Gone in
Men or
60
something?
Seconds, I think.
Oh, I haven't seen either of those actually.
I'll list off some that I like. Would you count Baby Driver?
Yeah.
Mm,
Oh, yeah, I would.
Yeah.
yeah.
Even though the
No,
heist isn't necessarily the focus, it's like they are heisting, you know.
right. Same with Reservoir Dogs, which I would count as like
Yeah.
a good heist movie. There's no actual heist in that movie.
Hell or High Water, that's a great one.
That's a great movie. The that old lady in that one scene is
Yeah.
probably like one. Um,
Den of Thieves.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, that does count. Dog Day Afternoon.
Oh, that's a great one too. Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
I love. Here's one you might not have seen, Robbie. I may have spoken to you about it at one point. The Old Man and the Gun.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
Underrated. Super
Saw
underrated.
saw it in the theaters. Same year I saw this in the same theater
Yeah, it's
I
super underrated movie.
with Robert Redford and Sissy Spacek.
What's the one about the magicians that do the magicians steal stuff, right?
Yeah,
You
now you
See Me,
see me.
Yeah, they made a second one.
and they
Yeah.
didn't call it Now You
They made a
Don't.
third one.
They called the third one Now You
Is that
Don't.
like a reboot though,
Yeah.
right?
Not really. I think
Uh-huh.
it's just a sequel.
Hmm.
It's like they introduce a new generation or whatever.
I mean,
One of those soft
Point Break is like probably like one of my quintessential heist movies.
Yeah, that would be a big one for me too. I'm trying to think of like different heist movies. Like,
There's a lot.
What are we
Yeah.
defining as
Town.
heist?
I don't really love
saw
the
The Town.
town.
The Town was good. I liked it.
It has good stuff in it. It's not like I don't know. Are you guys big? Robbie, are you a big Oceans guy?
Oh yeah. I see you're saying I'm like trying to think and I'm like you keep saying all the ones I'm trying to think
sorry.
of. No, that's good because I would have never remembered that. Yeah, I love the Ocean's movies and I love Soderbergh, man. Like I think those movies as a series are like so consistently good across the board and they all like it does they for the most part. I mean, there is a little decline as it goes, but like for the most part, they do exactly what you need them to do.
They are
And
the Mission Impossible of like bank robber movies.
yes, exactly, which is another series I love too. But yeah, I mean they're so good, and it's one of those movies where it was on TV all the time. I think, and people kind of forgot how good it was just because like they've seen it so much. But like if you go back and just watch Ocean's 11 with like fresh eyes, it's like one of the best movies of that decade.
The remake, you mean, not the Frank Sinatra.
No,
one,
yeah,
right?
not the Frank Sinatra one. I've never seen that one actually.
I
Maybe I
haven't
should.
either. I've heard there didn't age great.
Oh, really?
Some of the Sammy Davis stuff, apparently. I don't know. I've never seen it. I'll list one more that I really like, and it's kind of a weird, forgotten one. Inside Man.
Oh, I like that one too. That's another good one.
I thought that's a great one.
Seals
With
himself in the drywall or whatever. That's fucking awesome. So
Denzel,
cool.
man.
Yeah. And the scooter shot or the mopeds shot, whatever that was.
Yeah.
Where-
That movie starts good.
It's crazy how Spike Lee movies are all so different. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he very rarely makes two movies that feel the same.
Which can be a blessing and a curse.
Yeah. But I mean, I think like there is something to be said for almost like just trying stuff. Like even if it doesn't work, I appreciate like something different, you know.
I want to list one more heist movie because I like heist movies.
Mhm.
I didn't think I realized I could name this many off the top of my dome, but you could count this. You could not count this. It's up for argument. The Usual Suspects.
Nah, I wouldn't, because it's
You
not
wouldn't?
the conceit of it is not the heist. It's like catching the
Don't
guy.
stop. Jimmy hasn't seen it, and I refuse to do this podcast if Jimmy doesn't watch The Usual Suspects at some point.
Yeah,
It's
that's
in the
true.
pool.
We
It's
should
in the
watch that.
pool. Oh, I got one. I got one. Okay.
Tenet would be one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What were you saying, Jim? Which
I got one. I actually have seen this movie. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
That counts. They rob a train.
Yeah, that is a good one too.
All know
Another Robert Redford. 2 Robert Redford heist movies. That's
That was one of the few movies I watched in high school for my movie class.
You had a movie class in high school?
that's pretty
Yeah,
sick.
we we watched. It was basically a semester of watching movies. That's why I know like Rear Window, whatever the one is with where they're like running. There's like that scene where they're the plane chases after
North by
them.
Northwest.
Yes, I saw that
So you
one.
guys just watched Hitchcock movies.
Hitchcock.
Well, we like it was like through the years. So like we saw that's how I also watched the Charlie Chaplin movie. What is it?
Which one?
Manhattan? Man of the Year. What is it? Or he sings in that one. It's the one where he sings in it. He does the thing where they go up to like the department store when nobody's there, and he starts what is it? Rollerblading close to the edge of the thing.
Is that Modern Times?
Yeah.
Yes,
something
Modern
like that.
Times. There you go.
Modern
So I watched
Times.
that, and then we started at Modern Times, and we moved forward.
Is that the one where he's working in the factory, right, Jim?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then he
Yeah,
like
yeah,
fucks that
okay.
up and runs away, and there's
Good
the
movie.
chick who ends up being his wife later. Or did they get
It's-
married
it-
already before the movie? Or
I can't remember. It's interesting though. I will say I do like Chaplin movies because it's silly and boring as some people might find them. They do have a lot of heart.
Mhm.
That's just I like Chaplin movies.
So yeah, any final comments before we go into our rating?
I don't think so. I think I talked about everything. Again, I was like, I enjoyed it, but I have to admit, I was a little underwhelmed because I think I could tell it was unique, so I was almost like expecting something a little bit more, like punchy at the end, and I just never really felt. I was waiting for something that like never came, like a kind of a big wow moment, and I just felt like it never really quite delivered that. It was just kind of like pretty. I mean, there are definitely like more intense moments, but I guess emotionally, I never hit that point. So, but I think it's a good movie. I mean, I enjoyed it. I think a lot of people would enjoy it. I think it's a well-made movie.
What's your rating?
3 out of 5.
Very nice.
You want me to go or you?
Oh, I can go. That's fine. Also, Jimmy, the movie you were thinking of earlier was Gone in 60 Seconds. I don't know if we ever addressed
There
that.
you go. There you go.
I have it written down because I thought about it during somebody talking. I think I've talked about it already. This movie really resonates with me, like the way not resonates, but I really like the way the characters are set up and their motivations, and I think it's not only uniquely done but also well done. I really like the cinematography in this, for what it's worth. I also like the scoring and the soundtrack. I gave this movie 4 stars.
I really enjoyed the movie. To be honest, I know we do watch a lot of really good movies on the podcast. Sometimes when I'm watching independently, I tend to get bored pretty quickly, and I won't pay as much attention as I probably should. This movie specifically, I was engaged and entertained the entire time, and I was keenly watching, or I guess intently watching and enjoying myself. I liked I liked the style of the movie. I liked what it was going for. I liked the shots. Um, I liked Evan Peters' acting, or just the way that he portrays the character specifically. Um, what else? No, nothing else. 4 out of 5 stars.
Hey, look at that.
And to put this in perspective, this movie on Letterboxd has thousands of ratings, about 60,000, and they gave it an average rating of 3.7. That doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anybody is wrong or right, but
If you average the 3 of
You're
our ratings
wrong.
out,
You're wrong. You're wrong.
it comes out to about the average of our 3 ratings.
yeah, basically.
Yep.
So look at that. Look at us.
I am excited to see his new movie, Crime 101.
I want to see it as well.
It looks so good, man. And Chris Hemsworth's in it. That's fucking... He just is cool, man. I want to see him in something other than Thor. So, I'm excited to see that. I mean, maybe next time, by the time we do another pod, maybe I'll have seen it.
Yeah, we'll definitely. I wanted to see it too. Once I saw the ad for it, and I was like, I really like this. I really like the premise of this. So while I am loading up as we do our next movie pool pick, if you guys want to talk about some of the things that you have seen since we last recorded our last podcast.
Hmm. I finally saw Marty Supreme.
Let's go. Let's
I
go. W's in the chat.
I can't believe it just didn't work. That it was something I really wanted to see since day one. I didn't have the time. Um, God, what a fucking great movie!
I think it's a
What a,
tragedy that wasn't shown in IMAX. Like that movie would have been awesome in IMAX.
I thought so too as I was watching it, but I'm so glad I got to see it in any theater at all because
Yeah.
I was kind of really late on it.
Yeah.
Let me pull up my letterbox real quick. But yeah, that's a great movie. Everyone should
Um
see that. I
while you're
saw
doing that,
Primate.
okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a couple. I saw Primate today. I didn't like it. I wanted to like it. I didn't like it. What I'll say about that is I have a fear of chimpanzees, and I thought this movie was silly. And if you can't get me, you're probably not going to get a whole lot of people with it. I saw the first Paddington.
Oh, that's a good movie.
It was a really good movie. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah.
Like I know that I'm inching my way towards the unbearable weight of massive talent joke when I watched the second one, but like the first one was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Um, I saw The
Sally
Last Unicorn.
Hawkins. Oh, I
Which
hate that movie. That movie was boring as fuck.
I liked it. I didn't think it was bad. I thought for a kids
Oh,
movie,
really?
for an
Oh,
'80s kids movie, I thought it was interesting.
yeah.
'80s
So
fantasy just
wait. I
gets
might be
me.
mixed up. What movie did you see?
The Last Unicorn.
That's not the Paul Rudd movie, right?
No, this is
Oh,
like an
that's Death of a
'80s.
Unicorn. I'm thinking of a
Yeah, no,
totally different
no,
movie.
that movie sucked. I'm not thinking about that at all.
Okay.
Did I rewatch anything else? Give me 1 second. No, I didn't. No, I mean I probably have, but nothing I can think of right now. Oh,
Um.
Hamnet. I saw Hamnet.
Oh yeah, Hamnet. I didn't like that.
Boring. Didn't have to be boring. It just needed some seasoning. Didn't have it.
Yeah,
That's
I
all.
agree.
Yeah.
I think you're dead on with that. Um. I saw two new movies. One was Send Help. I saw that yesterday, and that's the new Raimi movie with Rachel
Yeah.
McAdams. Yeah. That was a lot of fun. I will say it is not really original. Like the plot is almost beat for beat Triangle of Sadness, but it's definitely sillier than that movie. It has its own charm, and it's a Raimi movie, so like I don't really begrudge it for like not being original. I mean, it is what it is. It's a survival movie that's like kind of a thriller horror type thing. So it was a lot of fun. It was good.
You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door.
Fix this damn door.
And then I saw Nirvana the band, the show, the movie. Wow,
So jealous.
man.
Jealous.
I didn't see anything about that movie. Like what it's about, nothing. I didn't even know that it wasn't about Nirvana. You know, I kind of just like didn't know anything about it, like if you asked me. But I heard it was good, so I went to see it, and what a perfect movie to not know anything about and just go in and like have a great time. That will, without a doubt, be one of the best movies I see this year. It was just so much fun.
I hate you for seeing that. I've been wanting to see that forever, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was at the Philadelphia Film Festival in November, I think it was, or October, I think. And I went to see a couple of movies at that, and that was one of the movies, but I wasn't able to get tickets because actually I think it sold out pretty quickly. And I just really wanted to see it. It just looked weird and like I don't know. I didn't know what the fuck it was about, so I was like, this looks interesting. But yeah, I had to wait. It was it's probably from that festival. It's probably one of the latest movies to have a theatrical run. Like a lot of that stuff already premiered. So I had to wait for it, but it was worth the wait. Yeah, definitely go see it.
Good. I haven't seen a damn thing besides American Animals. I watched it for the pod. That's all. And before we get into picking the next movie, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you click the link tree below to check out us on Apple Pods, Spotify, wherever you watch your podcasts. We're there, lurking in the shadows. If you want to see us on Letterboxd too, we got links there, so you can check out my profile, Robbie's, and even Christian's. If you guys are also interested in all that wacky fun jam. Now, let us get to our main event of the evening. So we are officially in the pool. We do these by hundreds. So we are in, because there's only 265 movies, this technically has a smaller pool. A lot of new movies that we put in there recently, so we might get some interesting results.
Will we get a back-to-back Christian recommendation?
Listen, there were a lot of basically it's mostly all you guys in this 65. So somebody,
I don't think that's true.
will be
In
happy
the
with
65.
this.
Oh.
As we can see here, 1 to 65 with our costumes and all that. Let us go. Oh, wait, I gotta shuffle. Always gotta shuffle. Here we go. I always love that it does the horn. We got 35 out here in the lead so far. 65 not close behind. Oh my god, I don't know where we got 20.
What an upset.
20 is breaking away. Oh, 28 out of nowhere! Can he get it?
28.
Oh
No
my
how.
god! Give it up for
anything
28.
weighing him down.
Way to fucking get there, kid. I'm not racing again. What movie is that? Basquiat.
Basquiat. Oh, let's
my
go,
God.
baby.
What is
Let's
Basquiat?
Go. Dubskis. That's my movie, man. Let's go, dude. Let's go, Jim. You're
That's
gonna
gonna be an
fucking
interesting podcast.
Oh man. I'm not gonna say anything. I mean,
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
gonna. I don't know if Jimmy's really
Give me what's the genre?
Biopic, I guess.
Oh, so it's about a musician.
No.
What is a biopic again?
Why did you say musician? I wonder.
Well, because aren't they all? Isn't it? Oh, it's 96. Because I was kind of thinking didn't they make all these new
You'll find out when you watch it, man.
things?
You'll find out.
Yeah. Huh. All right. Well, that is that. Thank you all for watching once again. I have been Uptown Lupo 420, and you have just been programmed.
Pewter, put on American Animals.
Computer, make this guy a cinephile.